I'm guiding you through a stick mobility shoulder and chest opening workout. This is a wonderful way to improve your posture, your shoulder overhead range of motion, and to strengthen your neck muscles that keep your head upright. We'll be using one long stick, and I'll leave a link in the description below for where you can get your stick mobility sticks. So let's get to it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click the bell for notifications, like this video, share it with your friends and stick mobility family, and be sure to come back to the stick mobility playlist for more. Using this one long stick, we're going to start with shoulder dislocates, which is a great way to open up the shoulders and the chest. So you can do this standing, and you're going to bring your arms up overhead, pulling that stick apart gently, and try to come over. I know that this can be a difficult exercise, so I just want to say, the wider your hands are, the easier this becomes. And there's a great modification where you bend your elbows on the back side of your body. So lift up overhead, pulling that stick apart, and then bend your elbows down into a W, and then lower your hands. You'll notice my palms are now facing away from my body. Bend your elbows to come back up, and we return. Try and shorten that stick on your way as soon as you see it in your peripheral vision. So let's do two more like that with that modification where you bend your elbows and then lower down and then shortening that stick as you come back. I'm going to turn around so you have a back view of one. Pulling that stick apart, lift up overhead, bend your elbows and lower down. Notice my hands are now facing away from my body. I bend my elbows, I push up, shortening that stick to come all the way back. And as you get more comfortable with this, it will make doing the straight arm shoulder dislocates easier. Which gets us right into an around the world exercise. So bringing that stick as close to your body as possible, you're going to think about bringing your arm up overhead behind your head, around the back side of your body, and now that other side is coming up and over your head. Now let's return the same direction. We go up and over, try and get that arm over your head. Again, the wider your hands are, the easier this becomes. And again, bring that arm up over your head. That can be a little difficult, I know, and it may not feel as smooth as it looks today, but the more you practice this, the easier it gets. I'm going to show you from behind so you see the same example. Up and over, coming right along the back of your body, right at your shoulders or wherever it goes. And then down. Up and over, down and around. One more time in each direction. We go up and over. Again, this is already warming up the shoulders, opening up the chest every time you bring your hand behind your head here. And rest. Take a breath. We're going to bring that stick down onto the ground. So all of these exercises are standing, but I acknowledge that sometimes if you're a little bit shorter than I am, this stick might be very, very long. You can always hold on to the stick as opposed to holding on at the very top. We're just going to do a nice, gentle shoulder stretch. So this is really great for overhead range of motion. All I'm doing is I'm reaching as high as is comfortable for me today. My feet are in line with that stick, and I'm going to step that inside leg, my right leg, just back a little bit. It doesn't have to be a lot so that I can hang here. You can use that free hand to hold on to the stick if that makes you feel more comfortable and steady. And then you're going to push down on a stick to come back up to standing. So you can also do this particular exercise seated. It's a great way to open up the shoulder, the arm line, the side body. And the more you lunge into it, the deeper you feel it in your hip as well. Come back up. One more time. You just take a nice little step back, bend your knees, and kind of hang. So this is a great way to open up the shoulder girdle. But it can get intense. You may feel a little bit of tingling in your hands, and you just push down on that stick, come back up to standing. Another option for you, and I'm going to do the other side, using an anchor point like the wall, this little corner. So I know that this overhead range of motion isn't isn't as accessible for everyone. And that's totally fine. So I want to show you an option doing the same thing, but you're using the anchor point, because now instead of going straight up and over, maybe you only have this kind of range or this kind of range. So I'm pushing that stick into an anchor point. I'm going to take a step forward as far as is comfortable for me as I push down on that stick, maybe 15%, and I can lean forward. You can bend both knees, whatever makes you feel comfortable. Again, you can also reach onto the stick if you need to. You can hold onto a chair or the wall, and you're just leaning as much as you feel comfortable to feel that same kind of stretch in the shoulder girdle. And you can step back. Maybe you notice after a couple of repetitions, this is our second on this side, you're getting a little bit more open. You have a little more range and you can lean in further. So you can feel free to lean in further, or you can take a step forward and then lean in, and notice that your shoulder is getting higher and higher in that upright position as we go forward, right? So you can take that step forward, step into it, and press until you get to the place where you can do this standing with the stick pointing down into the ground. So that's a nice alternative option. Using that anchor point for just one more exercise. You don't have to use it again, but this is a nice option. Again, if you don't have right overhead range of motion, but your arm comes out in front of you, you can also push down on that stick. My feet are even stance. You know, you have a nice soft bend in your knees, your even stance, you're gonna open up to the side. You're still pushing that stick, maybe about 15-20%, but you're opening it up so that you're extending that range laterally as well. Same kind of thing, we can do this similarly, standing, and I'm going to show you here. I'm bringing the stick to the instep of my right foot. My right hand reaches high, and I just try and turn my palm to face back behind me. If you need to bring that stick further out in front of you, feel free. If it rolls around, that's totally fine. You just readjust as needed. Okay? So I'm bringing it back into the instep so that we add on to build a little flow. I'm going to have a soft bend in my knees. I'm pushing down on that stick. I rotate open. I'm going to return. And now I want you to think about really leaning forward. That free hand just comes down towards the ground. The top hand is holding up as high as you can reach. And then I'm going to grab onto the stick and pull in across my body. As I do this, this top hand is going to push away. And come up, take a breath, relax. I'm going to do that again. Same thing, top hand pushes away from the body as the bottom hand pulls in. So soft bend in the knees, finding that stick kind of right around the hip, pushing away with the top hand, pulling in with the bottom hand, and ease off. Now we're going to add on another little piece where we are going to push away from the body with that bottom hand. So you're going to pull in with the top hand, hold on to that stick, and then push away with the bottom hand. You may notice your knees wants to your stance wants to change and one knee wants to bend more than the other. If you stay right here, you'll feel, with both knees bent, you'll feel more of a stretch in the side body. So one more time, let's do that again. Bend, you can reach that hand down, find the sticker or right about hip height, and you're going to pull in with the top hand and push away with the bottom hand. And now we're going to put it all together, that whole little flow. I know it sounds like a lot, but we've got this. First, you turn your hand back behind you. You can feel how you're literally pulling your shoulder forward. And then bring it back, pushing that stick down. Nice soft bend in both knees. Reach your free hand down. Grab for that stick. We're going to push with the top hand and pull with the bottom. Breathing. Grab onto the stick with the top hand, and we're going to push away with the bottom hand now. Press. And gently come up. Now we've gotten the whole concept, we gotta do that on the other side. So first thing, that stick goes into the left instep of my left foot, and I try and turn the stick back behind my body. And you can really think about moving your hand so it's facing downward, palm is facing down, and then it's facing back behind me. And then, if you need to readjust, feel free. We're gonna hold onto that stick, find that nice little hang. That free hand reaches down, grabs right at about hip height, whatever works for you. And you're gonna push that stick away as you pull across your body, bending that stick. It doesn't have to be a big bend. You'll feel it through the shoulder line, the arm line, the side body. One more time. Find that bend in the knees, reach down, grab the stick, and then push with the top hand as you pull with the bottom hand. And come back up. Now we're adding on. We're going to do that push away. So bend those knees, grab the stick. We're holding on to the stick this time with both hands. The top hand pulls as the bottom hand pushes. And again, we're going to hold on to the stick, hang, grab that sticker or right about hip height, push that stick away. You can add on just by looking in the direction that you're pushing. And now let's do one of that full flow. So, standing up nice and tall, turn that stick back behind you, opening up the shoulder. You'll feel it moving forward and backward. And then we hang down. Find the placement of the stick kind of right at hip height. Push away with the top hand as you pull in across your body with the bottom hand. Grab onto the stick and push away with the bottom hand as you reflexively pull in with the top hand. And ease off. Come on up, shake it out. See how you're feeling now. Definitely more open. Shoulders are pulled down, chest is open. I hope you enjoyed this workout. Thanks so much for being here with me.